everyone, how are you doing today? My name is Karina and welcome back to Ready Set Pan. Today we are going to be doing yet another update for my Use Those Eyeshadows project, which is where I randomize an eyeshadow from my collection, use it 10 times, and use that palette as a whole usually 10 times, and then roll it out. So I keep cycling through my collection, decluttering as I go, falling in love with formulas and shades, and it's just a great way to get to know my collection. So today we are having, of course, 3 shades as always. I have met my goal on one of them, and we're going to be rolling in a new replacement at the end of the video today. So of course I will show you guys my little swatch picture of my color story that I have been working on, and you know, it's been pretty good. This is a good time to play with some color because I'm just about back to work at this point of filming. So let's just dive into our first shade. It's been in for 2 months. It comes to us once again from the Tarte. This is the Amazonian Clay Eye-Rise palette. It's the sunrise version. I've been working on the shade Icon, which I'll show you guys video of where I was last time. And again, I'm only doing 10 uses on these eyeshadows, and I do try to wear the pans down evenly just because I think it looks better in my own collection, although I love seeing the pans in other people. Now, as of the last update, I had reached for it 8 times already, so I only needed to reach for it 2 more times to make my goal, which I have done now. So Icon, of course, is this one here. And I'll have a video so you can see it a little bit better. It's definitely moving a fair amount now. I can see it looks a lot lower down, even in comparison to Wild, which is this one down here. And again, I do like it. This palette is just, it was a very bronzy look, so it wasn't my favorite, but it is a beautiful eyeshadow. But I haven't met my 10 uses on it, so we're going to roll this palette out and reach for something else. Now, last month I did roll in 2 new shades. The first one, I love this palette, the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde palette. It's been in before for the shade Supernova. This time I rolled in the shade Libra. So, of course, video of what that looked like before I rolled it in. These mattes, I've seen people try to pan them before. They take so much work and effort. Now, last month when I was talking about the shade, which does have a little bit of use on it already, I was talking like, it's more neutrally, it's a little bit pink. It's actually kind of purple. What I've been finding is it definitely leans more on the purple side, even when I'm pairing it with things that are not purple at all. But anyway, this is where the palette is now with this one here. I am wearing this palette today, so I have momentum to set my eyeshadow primer, Libra in my transition crease area, Hot Mess in the outer corner, and I did do Supernova all over the lid. So that's what I have today. We'll have a close-up so you can see the not very much movement, but there is like a little bit of visible movement on it, so it's still really exciting. I have reached for it 4 times, including today's look, which means I need to reach for it 6 more times over the next month to be able to roll it out. And it's so hard to see it, but that is my swatch there, since of course that is the start of my new color story. And again, just a light purple, kind of pinky, but mainly a purple look. The last one comes from a palette I ripped apart, also brand new, from my Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina Pro Pigment Volume 1 palette. I rolled in the shade D2, which is this blue. I feel like I do need to use a lot of it each time I do use it. I have used it all over the lid, and I've also used it a fair amount this month as a outer corner deepening up shade. This one, of course, you'll see where I was last time compared to now. So again, a little bit of movement, I think. I have actually reached for this 8 times. So I'm getting really close to my goal on this one. So only 2 more uses to reach my goal on D2. And of course, it's just such a stunning, beautiful color. Like, it's got this pink. You can't even see that in there, but it's just so pretty. I really like it quite a bit. We're going really light with the swatches today, apparently, you guys, but those are the shades I have been working with this month. Which means it's time for the best part, which is rolling in 1 new shade to complete my 3 shades here, and we'll see what I've been working on. So it looks like the Pretty Random app had an update. Always exciting, so we are going to roll in one new shade from my collection, and that shade is going to be number, oh my goodness, 306. All right, 306 is going to be an exciting palette for us because it's a palette I have not used before at all. So this is going to be a great test to see, do I love it? Do I hate it? Do I want to keep this in my collection, or do I want to rehome it? This is a palette I actually spent points on in the Ipsy shop because this was the best option. This is from Tresluce Beauty. This is their Destinos, or their Calmness eyeshadow palette. The inside looks like this, so very fall appropriate, and of course shades 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I had rolled in shade number 5, which is this one right here, which is good. This shade 3 kind of scares me a lot, but I think the rest of these I would use all together. So I think I would use yeah, so we'll have to see how this goes. The current thinking thought is this shade to set the eyeshadow primer, this shade in my crease, deepen out the inner corner, and put that all over the lid. So that is kind of going to be similar to the Tarte Icon color I just rolled out, but we're going to play with this one, and never even done anything with this palette before. Feels nice, feels smooth. Okay. Ooh. That's deepish. Not super deep, but hopefully we should be okay to put that in the outer corner. Now, obviously, this is going to create more of like a probably kind of one tone kind of look. Like, again, I could try playing with this one. I'm not super big on the oranges. Maybe this would go in the crease. Maybe we blend those two together, or those two. Again, kind of more maybe a one-trick pony, but it is a very nice, small, easy traveling kind of palette, which is super nice to have in there. And I've never tried anything from this brand, so I am excited about that. So this is my new color story that I am playing with. So let's talk about some goals for the next month. If you've been watching my other projects, you guys know I have a bunch of eyeshadows in other projects as well. So I think I do want to prioritize a little bit some of those other projects, but I will have at least one rollout because that's always the goal in this project. And that one, goal number 1, is going to definitely be on D2. I only need 2 more uses to be able to roll it out. So that's going to be easy to do. And then I'm going to see how I do on the other ones. If I am going to get anything rolled out, probably going to be the Huda Beauty, but we're going to see what happens. And I'm going to enjoy playing with the new palette. Again, as always, with new palettes, I like to throw out the reminder that if I end up not liking the palette, right, I can start putting in the rip apart pile. I don't have any MTC palettes at the moment, but that's always a possibility. Or I can start looking at simply rehoming the entire palette to someone who will get more use out of it. Or maybe I'll love it and want to keep it in my collection. But that's going to wrap up today's update for my Use Those Eyeshadows project. I'm very excited about what I'm going to be playing with over the next month. Let me know all of your thoughts down in the comments below, and I look forward to see you guys in my next video very soon. Have a wonderful day.